Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the October 16, 2019 Municipal Land Use Meeting. It is 7:30 p.m. and I'm going to ask for the flag salute. Mayor, future mayor.
Ready? Salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by posting on the bulletin board of Borough Hall, by email to Ridgewood News, the record and submission to all persons entitled the same as provided by law of a schedule including the date and time of this meeting. I would like to remind all members of the public that we have 3 fire exits, one in the front, one behind me, one behind there. We're also going to be recorded tonight by both audio and video. If you wish to speak, all you need to do is get called on, come up, give your name, and you'll be recorded for public record. Roll call, please.
Councilman Papaleo?
Here.
Jerry Killian?
Here.
Ms. Boland is absent.
Yes, she's excused, she's working.
Excused. Mr. Bartoloni is absent. Mr. Merman?
Here.
Mr. Grasso?
Here.
Mr. Gray is absent.
Neither am I.
Mr. Kasman is absent.
Mayor Bastide, I'm here
I
for a
actually,
minute.
And Mr. Gibbons is absent.
and on that, I started an email this evening to say, look, I don't expect anybody from the public to be here. Just come in your pajamas if you want. Let's just get this thing over with. Thank you for coming.
I didn't get that email.
I do have to go back to that meeting.
We're going to be
Okay.
2 minutes.
Okay, great.
So I do want to make note as Councilman Bastide, Acting Mayor Bastide is here to get us through here, and we do have a quorum. So first is the approval of the minutes from September 18th.
So moved.
Second. Any discussion? Minutes. It's in your file.
Is this part?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Do you want to do all in favor?
I get my stuff added to it.
Call them individually? You want to do all in favor?
No, do it all in favor, but let's just, any comments, anybody?
I didn't read them. I just got them now.
That works out well. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed, any abstain? Okay, then, our next up is a memorialization for Seth Quella, 243 Valley Road, block 1103, lot 24, to install canopy. I see you're here tonight, sir. You didn't have to come, but now you're here. Welcome.
So moved.
Any comments on this?
No comments. I've reviewed them and I'll make a motion that we accept them as written.
Second.
Let me just get to my vote chart.
Yep, and then we do have a vote chart. And I'm going to appoint Mr. Merman as our acting secretary this evening.
I'd rather
So we can
sign
have
them
this
as
signed,
vice.
or vice chair, whichever
Vice
you
chair
want.
is fine.
Okay. Councilman Papaleo?
Yes.
Jerry Killian?
Yes.
Ms. Boland is absent. Mr. Grasso?
Yes.
Mr. Bartoloni is absent. Mr. Gray is absent. Mr. Merman?
Yes.
Could you send that down here, please?
Mayor? Mayor was going to say, okay.
Congratulations, sir.
Okay.
Good luck. Enjoy your canopy.
Pass them, you always sign that?
We're doing it
Attorney
now.
Hall.
Doing that now, so I don't need to do anything.
Nope. Okay, next up is Alantaz, Yosef and Hala, 288 Voorhees Avenue, block 701.01 and lot 26. And that was for a building addition, driveway expansion, and retaining wall. Any questions, comments?
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chair. I've read the resolution and it's fine. I recommend it for approval.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Papaleo?
Yes.
Jerry Killian?
Yes.
Mr. Grasso?
Yes.
Mr. Merman?
Yes.
I'll take that one. Pass? Good?
Pass. We're good.
Very good. Okay, next one up is Demetrius, your guess is as good as mine. 258 Berkeley Road, block 902, lot 26. This was the additions on the, we heard last meeting.
Right.
Now, the only thing is, on this one, we do not I don't know who was eligible, it's not filled in.
Who was at last meeting? Yeah, everybody here.
Everybody was
Mhm.
here? Okay.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we, accept this resolution as written.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Mayor Bastide?
Yes.
Mr. Papalayo?
Yes.
Chair Killian?
Yes.
Mr. Grasso?
Yes.
And Mr. Merman?
Yes.
Next up, could we get this all done? We'll have to have a meeting next week, next month. This one's for Yeshiva, to construct a playground. And I believe everybody here was for that too?
No, is there-
Not.
No?
The mayor was not
I
here.
wasn't here. I wasn't here for that one or the next one.
Tom?
I was here.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, Mr. Chairman, that we accept the resolution as written.
Second? Second.
Which one of you wants to take it? Mr. Grasso?
Mr. Grosso, yes.
Okay. Councilman Papalayo?
Yes.
Chair Killian?
Yes.
Mr. Grasso?
Yes.
Mr. Merman?
Yes.
Thank you.
Anyone? Nope.
Motion passed. Next up is David Leonardo, 547 Monroe Court, Block 701, Lot 7. This was for an addition and a driveway expansion. Do I have a motion on that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the resolution as written.
Do I have a second?
Second?
Okay. Mayor Bastide?
Abstain.
Okay, let me just mark. Councilman Papalayo?
Yes.
Chair Killian?
Yes.
You were here, Mr. Grasso, okay. Yes. Mr. Grasso?
Yes.
And Mr. Merman?
Yes.
Okay. Last but not least, this is Jin O. Kim, 228 Madison Avenue, Block 508, Lot 19, and he was doing an addition to his dwelling. Can I entertain a
Chairman?
motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion that we accept the resolution as written.
I just didn't, is that height, is the height variance
That was
taken
the height
out?
when he brought it
It's
down.
not a D6.
Yeah.
I checked it. It says 30 feet.
Okay.
Second.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Okay, and it was moved by Mr. Merman,
Correct.
seconded by Mayor?
Yes.
Okay. Mayor Bastide?
Yes.
Councilman Papalayo?
Yes.
Chair Killian?
Yes?
Mr. Grasso?
Yes.
And Mr. Merman?
Yes.
3 quick updates and you're out the door. Okay, update.
288 14 Street in here.
Yeah, we did that.
And then what about the administrative?
Oh, we did, I'm sorry. We did.
So, all right,
Must have
so,
two copies, that's why.
so let's talk about this. For as much as we can talk about, it's been requested that from our councilman that we hold this,
No,
we're not going to now.
no, we need
So
to.
you're okay?
Yes.
Okay. So then, we're gonna go back to the first item agenda, and this was the updated resolution for 230 Kinderkamack Road, Block 1302, Lot 3. And this is updating the resolution 2015-07. They had some additional impervious coverage because of some of the streetscape that the board had required. And our attorney has given us the thumbs up that this is okay. I spoke to our planner earlier, and that also, he was also on board with it. So I'll entertain a motion on this. And if you want to review it, whatever you have to do.
I'm abstaining.
I'm abstaining.
Okay, so I'll make a motion that we accept this change as written. And I think Mr. Grasso was here for this.
Well, it's administrative change, so
Anybody can do it? Anybody can do it.
I still abstain.
Okay,
I didn't vote on the project. I'm not familiar with the project.
okay.
I have to abstain
I'm
also.
abstaining too.
So it's Mr. Grasso.
I don't know, I'm a little unsure from what,
But wait a minute, we've got.
Yeah, but it's already been discussed and it's okay.
Yeah, but we've got 5 and 3 are abstaining.
Yeah, so we could still vote on it, as long as we have 5 here.
We need a majority, though.
So if you have 2 people vote yes, you have your majority.
No, it should be 3.
2 out of 5 is not a majority.
So this is, okay, so I'm gonna go back to, this is an administrative, adjustment. Not sitting in on the original application has no bearing on what we're approving today.
Does to me? Does to me? You still abstain?
Okay?
I'm sorry. Not familiar at all with that project. The other 3 that were on that site, totally familiar. This one? I'm not
We have to
So
wait.
could we have a legal opinion? I'm sure Mr. Karen spoke for, but can you state a legal opinion for the record?
Well, what I can say is this, the applicant was before the predecessor board, it was before the board merged. They received their approval from this body, well, not this body, but the prior body for site plan approval. They're approved, they're built out, they have a TCO. During the course of this, it was determined they were slightly over in the impervious coverage. I think it's 0.55% or something. It's very negligible. It's de minimis. So instead of having them return to the board, we felt that because it's a de minimis increase in the impervious coverage, there's no need to bring them back. And so that's why this administrative change is warranted in the adoption of a memorializing resolution. If
I'm
that
more
makes sense.
concerned about the legality of someone who was not a part of this seconding and voting on it.
There's no legal issue or impediment that I can think of. This is an administrative change. It's done with other boards and other bodies that we represent.
So the
Right.
vote yes would have, what impact?
What it is that it would permit the applicant to be over in the impervious coverage. So when they were before the board, they received certain variances and relief from this body. They did not receive, and if they did receive an impervious coverage variance, it wasn't to the magnitude that we determined once we received the as-built. So I think they were over by about 500 square feet or so. They did not, right?
Mr. Chakowski said, yes.
They had not received approval for that additional 500 or so square feet.
So I asked Mr.
So
Chakowski today.
wait. So I have a right then to vote on it, simply to memorialize it, even though I was not part of the process and not aware of the site or any element thereof.
Correct, and by voting in favor of the adoption of this resolution, in effect, you are blessing the increase in the impervious coverage, just so that you understand that.
And that would be the only impact.
Correct.
And that increase is less than 1%.
Correct, so attached to, just so that we could educate ourselves, attached to the resolution, the memorandum that was prepared by Costa Engineering. So we had been waiting for a while to get the as-built from council for New Bridge Landing. And Costa's memorandum is dated October the 8th. If you scroll down to the second full paragraph, probably about 2 or 3 lines up, he says, after performing the maximum impervious surface coverage calculations, it was found that the applicant is exceeding the allowable percentage by 0.5595%. And if you look in that same paragraph, maybe a couple lines up from where I read, he says an error was found on the as-built as seen on the attached sketch. Area 12, 556.23 square feet, located on the west side of the site, is considered as pervious, where actually it is not. Such area is composed of brick pavers, classifying it as impervious coverage. So that's where the hiccup came in.
And the final question I have is, what liability do I or anyone else who was not present incur by voting yes?
I don't see that there is any liability.
Okay.
I mean, if the resolution, it gets adopted, it gets published. If somebody were to get this resolution, they decided they wanted to challenge it, they have the right to do that. But this is, again, this is, in our opinion, in my opinion as well, a de minimis change. It was an error that was determined once we received the as-built, and this resolution is here to correct it.
And the way Brian described it was, the reason that it was caused was because we required them to do the streetscape as we do all the applications on Knickermack Road, and that's what increased that impervious coverage to where it is, where they had a problem. Before that, and that's why they didn't realize it, they weren't expecting it because they didn't realize they had to do that, the streetscape as was required.
I just want to add for the record that I did call our BA, Raymond Fiorio, and that he did say that this has gone for Brian, what's Brian's last name?
Chakowski?
Chakowski, I apologize.
It's okay.
Before Brian Chakowski, our attorney, and that he had felt that this was appropriate and necessary.
Yeah, we had also had this discussion at a council meeting too as well, so I'm prepared to vote.
Because here's the thing, and just not to add fuel to the fire, if this is not done administratively, then you have to bring the applicant back with witnesses and have them put testimony in with regard to this de minimis change. We just don't feel that that's warranted here. It's not necessary.
I just want to say all those things for the record, and I wanted you to say what you had said for the record, and I'm comfortable.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to speak for her. I was versed on it this afternoon in a full-hour phone call with Brian.
So what you're saying is you don't need me next time?
I know I'd always need you. Okay, so
So
we
you have
will
a
go back.
Mm-hmm.
We have a motion by the chair.
Okay.
So I'm looking for a second.
Second? Oh, sorry.
Fine,
Mayor?
fine.
Mayor, second?
And we'll call the roll.
Mayor Rustine?
Yes.
Councilman Papalayo?
Yes.
Chair Killian?
Yes.
Mr. Grasso?
Yes, even though you don't need it.
And Mr. Murray.
Abstain.
All right, so we just have one more administrative thing to do with this, because Mr. Bartoloni is not here and he's been absent for a while, so I don't know. Typically, I have our vice president sign this.
Vice President.
Vice chairman, I meant. Are you willing to sign this one as you have the other?
I'm signing it to attest that it's been
That
approved.
has been approved.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, so just 3 quick updates. There is a restaurant that's going to be going in
Where?
over by where Fine Gifts was. They'll be coming before us shortly.
The card store in the strip.
With
Oh, you
card-
got a restaurant, wonderful. Not
Uh,
another pizza parlor.
The rumors that you read about in the newspaper are true. They're going to be coming in for probably a sign ordinance only.
What is it?
It's some sort of dollar store. And lastly, you probably all noticed they started work down at the Crest, and Tom and I spoke about the signage. We didn't feel that it was necessary for them to come in because the signage is going to be basically what they had before. So you should see definitely an improvement down there pretty soon, and I know we all welcome that. On that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So made.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, any abstained? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
No, I was going to tell everybody to come in as is. This is the first meeting I've worn jeans.